Hi everybody, it's Jessica here. Today I want to talk about something that's been happening a lot to me more recently, and that is manifesting. I've been manifesting things so rapidly lately. Couple examples. Let's see. Where should I start? Okay, I know where I'll start. I was looking through Facebook on my news feed, and I saw this table that a dear friend of mine had made. Her name is Ginger Wallace, and she made it out of 2 wooden planks. And I thought it was really cool. If you don't know what wooden planks are, they're just like these flat wooden things. You can see them at grocery stores. People or stores will put, merchandise on top of them to try to sell, and whatnot. And so she made this really beautiful table out of 2 recycled wooden planks. And I was like, I'm going to make that. I was just looking at the picture. And I was like, I really want to make that. Me and my husband have been really into making like cool little artistic things out of recycled goods, such as old beer bottles and stuff like that. Old beer bottles, old cans, just a whole bunch of recycled stuff. We're trying to figure out how to make useful, cute oh, it's beautiful, honey. I like these. Yeah. My baby right here. Beautiful little artistic things out of, recycled stuff. So I saw this idea. I was like, that's a great idea, like this table out of 2 wooden planks is really cool. I'm gonna make that. I'm absolutely gonna make it. And I didn't even think anything of it. I just said, I'm gonna do that one day. I didn't really necessarily set an intention out to the universe on purpose. I was just like, I'm definitely gonna do that. So long story short, I was looking around where to find wooden planks, and I couldn't find any. The ones that I found, people had already gotten them. They give them for free, but people grab them up really quickly. So I was like, alright, whatever, it'll happen, and I wasn't really thinking too hard about it. And then we were driving through my complex, me and my husband and the girls, and Ross was like, wait a minute, did I just see what I thought I saw? And I'm like, what? What'd you see? And he pulled over. He went into the driveway and went over to some area, and stacked high were about 50 wooden planks that looked like they were about to be thrown away. They were right next to the dumpster. 50 of them just stacked high. And I was like, no way. As soon as I saw that, I was completely overwhelmed. Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and put that on the chair, okay? I was completely overwhelmed when I saw this. I was like, no way. Like, did I seriously just make this happen? Did I really? And I'm sure it wasn't me that made it happen, but the fact of the matter is I wanted to make that table, and not even 2 weeks later, I see these wooden planks right there, and it's like, wow. I'm like, the first thought that came to my head is like, wow, things are manifesting really fast for me. Okay? So that's one example. And so I have the wooden planks in my basement now. I'm sanding them down. I'm going to make this really beautiful table when I do make it. I'm sure you guys will all see it on Facebook and on YouTube or whatever. It'll be around to see it. They're super easy to make too, by the way. And they're really cool looking, so I'm really excited about that. That's the first thing that I know that I intentionally manifested into my life, that I actually can recognize that that's what I did. So I was really excited about that. Second thing is, everyone, I don't know if you guys know who Leah is, Leah Tronin. I actually follow her Facebook page and watch her YouTube videos quite often. And, because everything, Nevaeh, stop doing that. Don't throw dirt everywhere. You're going to hit a rock. You don't want to hit a rock. You don't want a rock to hit Sissy.
But I'm making treasure.
You're making treasure? You can find treasure, just don't throw the rocks, okay? Okay. So, I follow her Facebook page, and I watch her YouTube videos quite often. One day I was scrolling through Facebook, once again. I probably sound like a Facebook junkie right now, because I'm saying it out loud. But I saw a video that she had posted, and it was a video of Manithya Sudevi, and I believe the name of the video was called Coming Out of the Closet, Arcturian Starseeds, something along the line of that. You know what I'm talking about, Manithya. So I clicked on it, I watched it, I fell in love with the video. As a matter of fact, I actually fell in love with her altogether. So I went to her YouTube page. I watched, I think, I don't know, like 15 of her videos within a 2-day time span. And the words that you said, Maniti Sudevia, really, really touched me. And so I started, looking into her guru, Swamiji or Nityananda. I don't know if I'm saying these names right. Hopefully I am. So I started looking into a lot of his videos, and I became very inspired, but yet I still felt very lost. The type of person who sometimes has a hard time listening to the things that people say, I guess you could say. I'm more of like, if I read a book, I can understand it better. But anyway, I've still been trying to keep up with watching his videos and watching a lot of Sudevi's videos as well. And a funny thing happened. I said, if I had a book to read, this would be so much easier. I could understand the Hindu religion much better. I feel like, I could understand yoga, and I'm trying to memorize these terms and all this stuff, and it's not really working for me because my mind flies like every 2 seconds. My concentration is probably like 2-minute time span. It's not that I get bored easily. I do get bored easily, but I lose concentration quite quickly. Oh, you can use it. Go ahead, you can use the chalk. So anyway, I said to myself, I need a book. And I actually, this time, I actually set my intention. I said, God, can you please, I basically said, please send me a book or something that I can read in my hands, that I can touch and feel, instead of actually reading stuff off the computer. That doesn't really work for me that well. I don't know why. When you're reading off the computer for too long, I just get bored. My mind just stops. I'm out the window daydreaming about something. I daydream all the time. I have what they call ADD, so whatever that's supposed to be. Attention deficit disorder, but I don't really look at it as a disorder. That's a whole nother story. So I said, if I had a book, this would be really great. And I told my husband Ross about it too. I was like, I really am interested in the Hindu religion, but it's so vast, and there's so many different sectors, it seems like there are, of the Hindu religion. Not that I'm into religion per se, but I'm just interested in a lot of things that it has to offer. So I wanted to learn more about it. I'm interested in things like that. So I said, if I had a book, this would be really great. I already set the intention that I want to go to India. I want to do the 21-day program called Inner Awakening with Nityananda. And so, hope I'm saying his name right. Anyway, so I had already set that intention previously before. And I said, I really need a book. I would like to read a book about Hinduism. That was my intention. So just this past Saturday, we went downtown Detroit to the Eastern Market. The Eastern Market is like a marketplace, I guess you could say, for I want to say the local farmers of Michigan, but Detroit is such an inner city place that it's not really the local farmers. It's kind of like people just come there and sell their goods, their vegetables, and we were a little disappointed because there wasn't a lot of organic stuff there. We were kind of like, oh, this isn't really, we saw a person there selling mangoes, and we're from Michigan, and we're like, me and Ross were like, well, that's not local. That's not local at all. There's no way, because you can't grow mangoes in Michigan. But anyway, so we got there, we got to the Eastern Market, and I saw a Hindu woman I recognized. I think she was Hindu. I saw a woman, she had a bindi on her head, and she was dressed in traditional, what are they called? I can't think of what it's called right now. She was dressed in a, you know what I'm talking about. She's really pretty clothes on, like the draped around right here, and whatever, and she had a guy with her, and she had a book in her hand, and she looked like she was preaching to some guy, and the guy was like drinking a beer, like throwing the beer bottle up in his face, like right up in her face. I thought that was so disrespectful. She was obviously an elderly woman and really intense about respecting your elders. But anyway, so she was trying to talk to him about something, and it looked like it was something religious. And so Ross was paying attention to something else. I'm holding one of my daughter's hands, and I just kind of slowed down, and I'm trying to listen to what she's saying. And I noticed that she had somebody else with her, and this guy was kind of like shaking his head, looking at the ground, like, come on, it's a lost cause. Let's just move on to somebody else. So I asked the guy, I'm like, well, what are you guys talking about? And he had a book in his hand too. And he says, he was talking to me, and I had a hard time understanding his accent a little bit. His name is Raul. I have his number now. He actually gave me a book. It's called The Journey Back Home. And I have it inside, actually. I should run in and get it, but I'll just put a little clip in of what it looks like.